So it's not necessarily unique to a Trump crowd, because anytime you get a bunch of people around, it turns into a little bit of a freak show, but it does exacerbate itself with the Donald Trump crowd. As you can see, people are weaving their way in to go around the block and end up in the Capital One Arena for the inauguration, which is, I believe, moments away. It's just about noon right now. There are vendors everywhere, all over the city, hawking the uniform of a racist with the MAGA hat and all of the other Trump nonsense. It's been a pretty interesting experience. I'm a little worried, being a resident of Washington, D.C., that the city is going to fundamentally change relative to the makeup of people, the attitudes, the arrogance, the unearned arrogance of Trump supporters.
USA! 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 Let's go, baby!
We're going to see. It's going to be a very telling 4 years. So we're going to find some more people to talk to. And again, we'll see how it goes. I'm here with Cosplay Jesus? What's your name?
My name is Logan Howard, sir. I'm in a Roman senatorial garb. I do with the long hair and the beard. I've been getting a lot of Jesus today simply because I'm kind of so...
You can't blame me for making the mistake.
No, I've been getting that a lot today.
So you're obviously Trump supporter.
Yes, sir.
What are you most excited about this next 4 years?
These next 4 years, we're talking to a lot of different wonderful people today, and it all comes down to the same
You
thing.
think it has something to do with this?
No. They're not going to be crossing the Rubicon, I hope. It comes down to the next 6 months of what he can bring to the table in terms of bringing stability to a lot of rocky issues. Can he show symptoms or signs of fixing in the next 6 months issues with the economy?
Let's not be nebulous. What do you mean issues with the economy?
So I'm going deeper afterward. Fixing issues with the economy, such as revitalizing domestic industry, bringing a lot more jobs to the market.
So how do you think what kind of an impact on the economy do you think if successful, the mass deportation plan will? In fact, the agriculture industry, it'll impact hospitality and the service industry with immigrants who work in kitchens and in farms in the fields, in dairy farms. If they end up going away, there isn't an American labor segment to replace that vacuum.
I think that is an extremely valid issue to raise. And in order to, it'll just come down to finding out what the holes are, how we can fill them with the intention of being successfully put through Congress and successfully passing as a bill for the sake of the question. It'll come down to seeing what we can do. Whether or not it passes, that remains to be seen. But if it does pass, that is something that we will have to deal with issues and struggles we will have to deal with, and with complexities that we will have to think creatively and solve.
I'm here with Joe from Minnesota. Apparently he just got back from the moon, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Well, these two lovely ladies designed it, and I just wear it.
You guys did the embroidery and everything?
No, our friend.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you're obviously from out of town?
Yep, Shakopee, Minnesota, and this is nothing to us. We're used to this weather.
Yeah. I'm originally from Idaho, so this is summer. It's good. So what are you looking forward to for the next 4 years the most?
You know what? Peace through strength, secure borders, and just a competent administration putting in policy that makes sense. Common sense.
Are there 3 animating, motivating issues that caused you to double? I mean, did you vote for Donald Trump in 2016?
Yes.
2020?
Yes.
Obviously 2024.
Yes.
Is there something going into the next 4 years that you're extra dedicated to the prospect of?
I want to see lower interest rates, the economy, inflation down. I want to get I'm in the business world, so I see a lot of people sitting on cash, and I want to see them put it back to work and the economy going for all of America.
You do realize that inflation is at very low levels right now, like just north of 2%?
You know what? It needs to keep coming down. The price of eggs doesn't lie. If you look at the price of gas, the price of energy, my energy bills.
How is Donald Trump specifically going to, you named a couple of things there, how is he going to lower interest rates since he doesn't control the Fed?
He doesn't at all, but look at what happened under his first administration. You look at just a vibrant economy under the first administration. The economy's kind of been in the tank the last 4 years.
COVID, obviously, an animating trigger for what took place with the economy.
Yeah.
But you think Donald Trump is going to, without adding another $8 trillion like he did the first administration,
Yep.
how is he going to do that to better the economy without just bolstering the bank accounts of billionaires that are now surrounding him, like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk? How do you think that's going to go?
You know what? If you look at the American people under Trump, they thrived under Trump. The last 4 years, they have not. So we got.
But you traveled. You got the money to. I mean, eggs aren't that expensive. You're here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But you look at all the average people out here. All these people have struggled the last 4 years. You can see it, and that's why you won. How many votes we get? 75 million. That's a pretty big margin.
Well, it was a 1.5% margin between what he got and what Kamala Harris got.
Sure, but you know what?
Not a landslide, not some massive mandate. It's a slim margin of victory in the popular vote. He did win the popular vote, which he didn't last time or the time before.
Yeah, sure, but he's in the White House.
Almost. Not quite noon. Well, listen, good luck. I hope things don't go the way that I suspect they will, and I hope that you're correct and that things don't crash and burn. Coming out to celebrate the inauguration?
It's a historic moment. Couldn't be a better one to...
But you didn't witness it, though.
That's true. We're not actually there, but...
No, I mean, it would have happened over there, and now he's in the private with the billionaires, and you're out here with the throngs. It's kind of a bummer, right?
It is, but at the same time, I get it. I mean, you know,
it's not that cold out here, brother.
Well...
You can be disappointed. It's okay.
it's yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Being like, you know, this packed and far away from it. But
what are you most excited about for the next 4 years?
Next 4 years, I would say America First agenda, strong foreign relations, and
pretty broad. America First agenda is a really broad.
That's true.
What does that mean to you, though? What's it mean to you?
I don't know. I would say a sense of security for sure. The unfortunate victim, Laken Riley, that happened only an hour and 15 minutes from where we live, and hearing about how...
Tragedy.
Oh, yeah. It was awful. Hearing about how he was, allowed in, had a criminal record, and then got a free flight to Atlanta, and then unfortunately what happened after that happened.
I would assume you're as passionate about all of the other tens of thousands of murders that happen in the country at the hands of American citizens, though, right, too? I mean, that's...
Oh, well, yeah, you can't count that out, and, one person takes all, but, I think it would be a blind eye if you choose not to look at some of the violent cases that happen from someone that potentially could be avoided from being here and unleashing that.
I'm here with James from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Is this an original piece of artwork, James?
Yes, it is.
You did this?
Yes.
Huh. What's the name of it? You had one job?
I named it The Good Shepherd.
Looking into the next 4 years, what are you most excited about in a second Trump term?
Freedom.
What is, you don't feel free? 3 minutes ago, before Donald Trump was inaugurated, you didn't feel free?
We've been suppressed by a lot of ways, and he's shown us a lot of things, and I think we the people are finally going to be free from the grips of the deep state.
These are kind of nebulous. What do you mean by that? Like, how were you not free yesterday, but today, right now, after Donald Trump got inaugurated, you're free?
Well, we were taxed.
You don't think Donald Trump's going to tax people?
I think that it's going to be a lot different. I think a lot of things are about to change.
So you think your life will be materially improved by Donald Trump's tax policy rather than Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and the billionaire class and corporations?
Well, what they do is what they do. All I know is when Donald Trump was president, my business was very successful. Over the last 4 years, we've struggled.
You do know that we're still under Donald Trump's tax plan from when he was in office.
Indeed.
Joe Biden didn't pass a tax plan that's in effect right now.
Indeed, but inflation sure did cause a lot of issues.
Internationally, yeah. So other than the economy, do you have other, I don't want to say pet issues, but issues that you're passionate about that you want to see brought to fruition in another 4 years?
Definitely have our borders closed up for sure. Illegal immigration is out of control.
How do you suspect that will impact the economy if the mass deportation does happen and restaurant workers and cooks and agricultural workers are kicked out of the country? Who's going to fill that gap, that void, that vacuum, fill the vacuum there?
Well, I'm not an expert on that kind of stuff. All I know is that if they're illegal, they shouldn't be here, and that's what we need to do is get them.
Even to the detriment of mom and pop businesses who employ them or farmers who feed us?
Well, look, like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not, this isn't about a got me question or anything.
No, I'm not giving you a gotcha question.
But I'm just saying if they're illegal, they shouldn't be here. And they are taken away from a lot of American jobs. They're making wages go down and prices are going up. It needs to stop.
So we're going to take off eventually here in a few minutes. But let me tell you, it is a bizarre day. I actually thought the opposite. I thought yesterday would be the more rowdy, aggressive, and it ended up being today. I figured there would be people out here with a celebratory mood and not be absolutely to the point of physical aggression. And that is exactly what we've seen. It is going to be, as I've said, for the past many, many months, leading in past to Donald Trump's election, that it's going to get worse before it gets better. And if today is any indication, that is absolutely true. We've seen Proud Boys marching through the streets, loudly chanting in a military manner. We've seen unhinged, aggressive, not just argumentative, but bringing it to almost a physical level, people out here. And he's only been president now for roughly 15 or 20 minutes. You need to brace yourself. I think you need to take care of the loved ones in your lives for what is to come, and resist at every given moment to delay and deny Donald Trump any wins from an agenda standpoint. Because if the agenda of Donald Trump comes into reality, the country loses. So we'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.